Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Brad. All my favorite people out there, Coach Cruz family, and all of you new to the channel, welcome. And today, I'm going to be telling you why Carnival is set to blow away the competition with this VIFP loyalty perk. I'm going to give you five reasons why this is going to happen. And you're going to find out right after this.
Cruz goes! Yeah! I love you, Coach Cruz!
I just can't get away from a good time.
Coach Cruz, like, subscribe, share. You know what to do.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Carnival is set any day to announce their new Carnival VIFP program. And I'm going to tell you, many of you have recently joined the Coach Cruz family and are part of the channel now. And thank you so much for that, because you're very interested in this topic. And many of you within that group are very skeptical of Carnival. And a lot of you have kind of, in a way, called them cheap, said their perks are the worst in the industry. And, you know, things like, the platinum, those of you that are platinum or about to be platinum, have threatened to leave Carnival if they didn't do a good job rolling out this Carnival VIFP program. So I'm going to give you reasons why you're not going to be disappointed. And I'm going to give you five, in fact. We're going to start off with the first one right now. And that is this woman right here, Miss Christine Duffy. Okay, she is the CEO of the Carnival Corporation. And let me tell you, she's done some amazing things since she has taken over as the CEO. Carnival used to kind of be and got referred to as, the Walmart of the seas. And I think Carnival kind of wanted to be Southwest Airlines of the airline world, but more people thought of them like the Spirit Airlines, right? And Christine Duffy came in and she says, no, we're going to stop all that. We have got to build our reputation up. And in recent years, you've seen a lot of new rules being posted even now about conduct on the ships, a no tolerance policy on a lot of issues when it comes to things like marijuana, when it comes to fighting, now smuggling alcohol on board, a variety of different things that used to be kind of given a blind eye to. Now they're saying, no, we're not doing this anymore. We are going to be considered one of the finer cruise lines on the seven seas, and this is going to happen with Carnival. And then, so how did she back that up, and how did the Carnival Corporation back that up? Well, I mean, look at some of the things that have happened since she took over. They introduced the XL class, starting off with the Mardi Gras. And I remember at the time, before the Mardi Gras came out, she said this is a game changer, because what it did is it put them more on a level with some of the bigger cruise lines, specifically Royal and some of their bigger ships, and, offered a different experience for all the cruisers, and obviously housed a lot more people. One of the things that they were missing, an island escape, kind of like Coco Cay, once again with Royal Caribbean. What did they do? She goes out and they make a deal to get Celebration Key, and then they have some other things in the work, also adapting and making some of their other private islands even better for the future. Now, what's in the works? Even bigger and grander ships, the Ace class ships that are coming about. And again, this is all under Christine Duffy's watch. So why will this impact the Carnival VIFP program? For forever, Carnival has been like the little brother. Got the little brother syndrome. They want to be like the big brother, and Royal's kind of been like that big brother. Well, now Carnival has caught up in many ways, matching Royal, Celebration Key, a good example, to Coco Cay. These ships, the XL class, and then the Ace class, matching up with the Icon of the Seas and things like that. It's all coming. It's all in the works. So what does Carnival want to do now? They want to say, no. You guys are going to be looking at us from behind for once. And we are going to lay out this new VIFP program that is going to blow away the competition, and people are going to be pointing at their cruise lines saying, hey, why can't you be more like Carnival? Look at all the great perks that Carnival gives. Why can't you do that for us? And that would be an exceptional move. That would be a brilliant move for Carnival, because in the whole scheme of things, people talk about money, and what it costs the cruise lines and things like that. But the loyalty perks and stuff, when you get down to it, when you really get down to it, that is nickels and dimes compared to what people are making, or what cruise lines are making when their loyal cruisers are cruising with them. So Carnival, I believe, and Christine Duffy will make a statement with this new VIFP program when it rolls out, and that's number 1 of 5. So let's get to number 2 right now. Okay, number 2, I kind of alluded to it already in talking about Christine Duffy, but Carnival, they're not going to be chasing anymore. If you've watched my videos, I've said, hey, Carnival, stop chasing after Royal and exceed Royal. Be better than Royal. A couple people watching some of the videos that have gone viral concerning this VIFP program for me, they've said, hey, you need to match Royal. You need to offer as good a perks as Royal. Why match? Why are we trying to be as good as a different cruise line? Why not be better than another cruise line? Stop trying to be as good as and start trying to be the best, right? That should be the ultimate goal. If you're in a professional sport, you don't say, oh, let's try to get to the World Series, and that's okay if we lose. I mean, did you have a great season? Sure, but you lost. The ultimate goal is to win the World Series. How about the Super Bowl? Well, let's just try to get to the playoffs. Well, that's great. A playoff team's good. That means you're one of the best. But if you win the Super Bowl, that proves you are the best. Be the champion, Carnival, here. So I think that, again, the whole scheme of things, loyalty perks and what it's cost the company is nickels and dimes. But if you spend a few extra nickels and dimes to make sure your customers feel like you are the best in the industry, that is going to do so much for your brand and put you on such a higher level playing and by comparison to other cruise lines. So I think that that's what they're going to do. So that is my number 2 reason why Carnival is going to blow us away and become the leader in the industry and what other people are trying to follow in terms of perks. Let's see if I'm right. All right, let's get to number 3. You know what? I feel like Carnival should be giving me a phone call and giving me some onboard credit or a free cruise or something, because I've just given them the best free focus group through these videos. Like, they don't even have to pay an agency to create a focus group to determine if their new perks are going to work out. All they have to do is read through the comments of my last couple videos concerning the new VIFP program, and they will see all of their loyal cruisers. And the problem that they're going to see when they read through all those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments, and I responded to everyone, by the way, so if you left a comment, you got a response from me, and thank you so much for leaving those comments. But if you read through all those comments, I would say 90% of them are skeptical at best concerning Carnival, calling Carnival cheap, calling Carnival the worst in the industry, not having any faith. Some people are so convinced that Carnival is going to come out with a disappointing perk program because they feel like this one is so cheap, and they feel like Carnival is greedy after money and things like that. I don't necessarily feel that way. I mean, obviously, a lot of us love Carnival. I'm definitely one of those people. The crew are amazing. The value in the cruising and things like that. That's what I value most. The Alchemy Bar I love. There's so many things I love about the Carnival brand. And I just feel like they're going to make the right move. I'm one of the very few people, it seems like, that expects something really good. I really do. I really think that something's good going to be happen because of following their history and following their climb, I guess, so to speak, to try to chase down Royal as seemingly everybody's top cruise line. So I think that's the way they're going to go, and I think this VIFP is a way to do it, and it's going to keep thousands of loyal cruisers from leaving. The last thing you want as a cruise company is for thousands and thousands and thousands of your loyal cruisers to be like, yeah, you guys really disappointed me. I'm going to go check out another line. And in the hundreds and hundreds of comments, you see people say over and over again, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. We're going to go look at another cruise line. Why? Because they're expecting Carnival to come out with a unsatisfactory loyalty program, and they're bracing for it, and they're just saying, we're going to go. And we'll get in, I'll address this point a little bit more in one of the final two segments here, but let's get on to number 4. Okay, number 4 is a really big one. And by the way, these aren't in any necessary, these could be inverted order or whatever. It's just the way I wrote them down on paper that we're going through them. So it's not by level of importance, but this number 4 is very important. Diamond cruisers, okay? Diamond cruisers are currently the top level of loyalty. And I've made this point, and many other diamond cruisers in the comment have made this point. They feel like, you know what, we don't feel like we're top anything with Carnival. Some people are even putting down the diamond lunch. That's the one thing I think that kind of, is added that's of value in terms of perks that you get for being diamond in comparison to platinum. Platinum, you get the diamond platinum party, you get the onboard priority boarding, and you get the laundry, right? It's just less laundry than if you were diamond. So it's pretty much the same. And it takes an extra 125 days to get to diamond. You get a different card, but what do you really get that's of value perks-wise? The other comment that a lot of diamond cruisers had is these diamond cruisers are cruising all the time, right? They're doing journey cruises. They're doing transatlantic cruises. They're cruising every month, things like that. And one of the things that has upset many of them, particularly on journey cruises, because there are a lot of diamond, a lot of platinum, a lot of people that cruise all the time that are retired or whatever are going on these types of cruises. And they have been told, and I've actually been on one of these cruises where they said this, that we're not going to do priority boarding because there's too many platinum and diamond cruisers. And the diamond people are like saying, okay, well, why are you lumping us in with platinum? I mean, it's not, say it like, and I even gave an example of this. If you have 400 diamonds going on a cruise and you have another 2,000 platinum, don't say that you can't, do priority boarding because you have 24 diamond and platinum. If you have 400 diamond, there's your priority boarding group. And sorry, platinum, we're not going to be able to do priority boarding for you because there's too many of you. Okay, but diamonds should still get it because they are the top tier. And, that's an excellent point many diamond members have made. And honestly, I've never heard any reasoning why they don't do that in the first place. Why don't you do that, Carnival? I mean, that makes sense. Like, why would you lump platinum and diamond as if they're the same when it comes to priority boarding? I would like to hear an answer. That'll be a question, one of you, if you want to do me a favor, send that to John Hill if I forget to do it myself, and then let me get the answer to that, why they lump diamond and platinum together and don't give diamond priority boarding when they have too many people. So I think what is going to happen is, diamond and above will get the priority boarding. And they're going to give something to diamond and above, because I think they're going to add another level above diamond that is really special, that definitely separates the tiers. When you go from tier to tier, you're going to know, oh, when I get to this tier, I'm going to get this. And you're going to be excited about whatever this is. I don't know what it's going to be, but you're going to be excited about it. And oh, when you get to the top tier, you're going to get this and this. And it's going to be a clear distinction, like, oh, I wish I was diamond so I could get that perk, or I wish I was this. Like I say, platinum and diamond, they pretty much mesh together. They're pretty much the same level with just, tweaked a little bit, for diamond. So we got one more category. That's number 5 coming up here. And let's get into that right now. I mentioned earlier how hundreds of people, and if this is a focus group and you expand this across the Carnival fleet, that would be thousands of people that feel this way, right? If you multiply it and figure out how they do focus groups and things like that, right? So one of the things that people have said they're going to leave Carnival for, and they feel like Carnival doesn't appreciate them and they're not loyal to them as customers and things like that, is the priority boarding. Now, that's been, difficult for me to discuss, because I can empathize with people. Like, that's a really nice perk. It's great to get on the ship early. I love doing it myself. So, when I was working at Platinum, I was super looking forward to that. So if I'm just shy of Platinum and, then they move the goalpost, is a term a lot of you out there are using, and then they can't do that now. A lot of people have threatened to leave for that reason. Other people that are already Platinum are kind of seeing the handwriting on the wall, thinking that, okay, they're going to take priority boarding from me. And if they still have faster to the fun and they take priority boarding from me, I'm gone. Because what Carnival is doing is they're saying, yeah, we used to give you priority boarding, but it's about us making money. So we're going to still sell faster to the fun. We're going to, give priority boarding to the only elite few that have like a gazillion days of sailing under them right now, or a point system, or however they're going to figure it out. And that is making many of you out there very upset, and understandably so. So it's been my contention that Carnival knows this. I mean, I'm not sharing any information that the Carnival bigwigs don't already know. They understand this, right? And so they know if they take something away that people value that much, they have to replace it with something that is going to be almost as good or almost as cherished as that priority boarding, right? So faster to the fun. I mean, a couple people have shared what they're paying for faster to the fun for their cabin, and it's just under $200. That's a lot of money. So essentially, faster to the fun is stealing priority boarding if you don't have the status to get priority boarding. So Carnival's already told us what priority boarding is worth. It's worth about $186. Okay, so how are you going to replace that priority boarding, Carnival? Okay, if Carnival's smart, they have got to replace it with something really good. I mean, we're talking about a night at the steakhouse or something like that. Now, then, the problem comes in like, okay, well, the steakhouse is going to be oversold or something like that. It's going to be too many people. Well, you're going to have like you have a diamond and platinum party with free drinks or whatever. You're going to have to open up a section of the main dining room or something like that so you can house everybody, so you can give them one of these fantastic meals, kind of like you do with the diamond luncheon, to make up for people losing their priority boarding. Or you're going to have to give some nice, crazy big discount that equates to about $200 in value, because that's what you're taking away. All right. So I do think that Carnival realizes, like, okay, people are going to be so mad if we take away priority boarding. And it's not that we want to, it's kind of that we have to, if we're going to keep selling faster to the fun, and we're still going to be able to give priority boarding to the top cruisers in terms of loyalty. So it's something that they have to do. So I really feel like they're going to wow anybody that would normally have gotten priority boarding. They're going to wow you with some kind of perk that is just going to be like, okay, I didn't see that coming. That's a pretty amazing perk. I'm okay with not getting my priority boarding now. So I think there's your final reason why Carnival is going to hit it out of the park and going to deliver the best VIFP loyalty program, but the best loyalty program in terms of perks among all cruise lines, when they announce that in just a few days. Now, in the comments, you can tell me how crazy I am, how I'm completely off base, and how, like, if everybody's as skeptical as they were in the first couple videos, I'm bracing for that. I'm expecting you to tell me, like, I'm delusional, Carnival's too cheap to do that, they're going to be greedy, they're going to be this, they're going to be that, and it's okay. I mean, that's your opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm trying to be positive. It's not only that I'm trying to be positive, but I mean, I believe in the reasoning that I gave you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have shared the video. I'm not making up the reasoning. If I thought they were going to be cheap and greedy, I would have given you my reasons for that as well. But because of the reasoning, I think that's what they're going to do. So yeah, blow up the comments and continue to put those comments. Like I said, I know Carnival is monitoring these videos, and they're looking at all your comments, and they may be doing some final tweaking to these perks, and your comment could be the difference between them adding a perk or sweetening up a perk or something like that. So yeah, please blow up the comments, like and share this video, and like and subscribe. Please join the Coach Cruz family. We'd love to have you here. Maybe by the time you watch this video, we have already crossed 10,000 subscribers. We're just under it now. So if you would like to join, just know that, hey, you joined right at around 10,000, so you'll always remember that, and I'll be always appreciative so long as you're part of the family. All right, everybody, thanks for watching all the way to the end here, and we'll see you at the next video. Take care. Happy cruising.